Whoa, devoted to the metal maestro. Now, I thought this was Ensiferum or something like that. Had a quick Google. It might be Ensiferum, perhaps. Supposedly the project prior to the mighty Winter Sun. I had a look at some of the related videos. I think we might have a folk metal-esque project, which is most definitely something new for this channel. I don't know anything about folk metal. Generally speaking, I perceive it as somewhat as a novelty. I don't know what really creates the folk sound, like if you were to just listen to it from like a theoretical perspective. When I was younger, I listened to an act called Fintroll from time to time, but that was essentially all it was. I sort of classify it within the same realms of like Viking metal and all of this stuff, where essentially I think it's more theatrical than much else. But there's only one way to find out. This goes out to the Metal Maestro themselves. We've got 13 numbers on here, starting with an intro. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? It's a healthy record. It's a long flipping record, so it best keep me entertained. I'll tell you that for nothing. Let's jump in. Got a beautiful sunset outside, golden hour. Got to the gym earlier. Squats, lat pull down, biceps. Just heavy. Just strength. Need to get back to it. I'm a little bit soft, a little bit fluffy, you know? Not like what I was a year or two back. Have we got comments? We have comments. Someone says Ensiferum ruined folk metal for me with this album alone. It's so incredibly good that nothing else compares to them, and people are agreeing. So what is folk metal? I suppose it depends on where you're from. It's like traditional folk music, isn't it? So traditional stories and tales of the old, right? So judging by the image before us, perhaps like a Nordic style of music, tales of Odin and Thor. And we spoke about this on the last video. We spoke on we had a tune called Sunday. It might have been on a Jimmy Eat World listen through. And I was speaking about the days of the week, and I forgot a couple of them, but because if you're here for Ensiferum, you probably aren't watching the Jimmy. Well, unless you've got a great open mind, like I assume my listeners would have, but I know a lot of you close-minded metalheads out there, you're not listening to Jimmy Eat World as well, alright? You elitist metalheads, you know who you are. Yeah, you know who you are. Now, let me do this because this might be fascinating to you if you didn't know. So we had a tune called Sunday, and I said, Sunday, like the name suggests, is a day of worship of the sun, right? Monday is the moon, okay? Saturday is Saturn, right? So that's sort of like in the title of the day. Now, moving onwards, we have Tuesday representing Mars, right? And you might think, well, how's Tuesday to do with Mars? And that's because it aligns with, I believe it's pronounced Tyr, Tyr, the Nordic god in relation, well, the Nordic deity that was in relation to Mars, the god of war, right? Tyr's Day. Wednesday is Woden's Day. All right, planetary speaking, that's Mercury. Moving onwards, Thursday is Jupiter. Okay, Thursday being... What's Thursday? Thursday. 4. Moving onwards, we've got Friday, we've got Venus. Now, Friday is in relation to a deity called Frigg, who I think the Nordics had as their feminine goddess of love, like Venus. All right, it's all entwined. Now, if you were to look at these as metals, and I'm not going on a tangent, we're talking folk metal, people. If we're going to talk folk metal, we're going to talk knowledge that particular schools of thoughts, mystery schools that still reside on this planet, keep held secret, right? I've been learning about the 4th dimension in relation to Saturn's supposed portal. I've been learning about flipping, what are they called? Tesseracts and all sorts. And I'm a dumbass. Like, I know nothing about this shit. So I'm just playing a character when I give you this information. It's all incorrect. The metals that represent each of these days. The sun is represented by gold, whereas silver is the moon. Lead represents Saturday for Saturn, because Saturn is the longest, and I'm talking alchemy now, this is like alchemical discussion here. Chemistry, per se. Saturn is the slowest planet to orbit the sun. Therefore, it's represented with lead, the heaviest of the metals, at least in the 7 metals we're going to discuss. 29 to 30 years it takes to go around the sun. And in a person's life, each orbit of the sun, Saturn takes pinpoints a very dramatic component of your development as a being in your lifetime. Tuesday, we've got Mars represented by iron. Perhaps like, I mean, we might have steel represented, the sword of this man on the front cover, but iron is Mars, blood and iron. Wednesday, Mercury represented by quicksilver. All right. Thursday, Jupiter, tin. And finally, the beautiful pink and bronze of copper for Venus. Friday. There you go. Impress your friends, learn that information. Might come in handy. And you might say, well, what about Uranus and Neptune and that? We talk 7 classical planets. This is rooted in history prior to the discovery of these other bits and bobs. Ancient knowledge. We're going to go straight into Hero in a Dream. Let's get some music on the go. Multiple guitars here, multiple twinkles. Don't bore us, get us to the chorus, give us a riff, give us a vocal, give us an advertisement, gift gaff. A new era of flexible broadband has arrived in Leeds. Let's go. Released in 2008, apparently. I thought it would have been an earlier release than 2008. 2000s, yeah, but I didn't think as late as 2008. When was Winter Sun was earlier than that. Winter Sun was 2004, odd, wasn't it? Maybe this band kept on going because someone says their best album to this day. I thought they might have just done the one and then moved on. Oh, it seems they've got multiple records. They do have multiple records. They've got very colour coordinated albums. They've got quite a few of them, to be fair. What? I lost my volume there, people. I'm back. Between you and me, I've had a dodgy lead for this input for donkey's years, and I don't ever plan on replacing it. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes I lose my volume. So if you ever wonder why I'm talking into the void, there's your answer. I'm a cheap guy. Come on. Someone says Yari's pure talent showed us into great success, Alexi Leo. It's funny because we've got Children of Bodom in related videos as well. I know this is folk metal, but I guess, I don't know. You couldn't call it melodic death metal, could you? It's not melodic death metal. I can't personally call it that. In its own way, it might have more a parallel with power metal, to be fair. Good drummer, good kick presence, storytelling vocals, and it feels like the lead guitar carries what it is to be folk metal. So I posed the question at the start. I said, what really is it that gives it its sound? It's the folk lead. Da, 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 da. Further explanation not necessary, because I don't have one. Token of Time is track number 3. What a lovely start to the record. Let's keep going.